All right, thank you. Hey, Chaz, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So you are a busy man. I mean, you're author, actor, producer. What is it you don't do?
Well, I mean, now mostly I'm focused on acting and producing when I can. So
Well, you've got quite a few films coming out, and one of them is Bury the Bride.
yeah,
Right? I watched it last night, and I like the twist. I didn't see that coming, so it was great.
yeah, yeah. No, it's people are seeming to really enjoy that, and yeah, we premiered last weekend at Panic Fest, and yeah, when that reveal happens, people were just there was an audible gasp. It was very cool.
Right? Because I mean, I was sure I was headed into watching a slasher, and then
Right.
it just flipped on me. That was good. And you, oh my God, I feel so sorry for Puppy. This breaks my heart.
Good. Okay, that's good. I did my job. Yeah, he's kind of a sad character in the end.
And I mean, what is it like to be in a horror film compared
Oh,
to any other film you've been in?
sure. Well, I mean, mostly I've done horror. I mean, that's pretty much my background, with the exception of a few comedies thrown in there. So I love working on horror, whether it's on American Horror Story or in independent. Just
Right.
my favorite genre. So
Oh, that's good. We like that. That's a good thing. Yeah, Bury the Bride is very different though from your appearances in American Horror Story,
yeah, totally.
and
Yeah.
that especially I believe it's Apocalypse.
Oh, Cult.
Cult. I'm sorry.
That's
I got
okay.
there's so many. There's just so many of them. It's hard to keep
I
track.
know it's hard to keep up.
And
But yeah, I mean, look, every to me, I hope that every part I play is different. Um, that's what's fun about being an actor to me, is to be able to you just slip into different characters and have one not really resemble the others that you've played. So, I like to go into each part with a new challenge.
right. Well, tell us about our readers. Tell our readers about Puppy.
Sure. So Puppy doesn't speak much for the majority of the film, and um, so as an actor, that was a kind of a unique challenge because I'm trying to tell this story of this character, in the beginning, just through facial expressions and body language and all of that, and then at a certain point, I get to finally tell my story, and I think it's not what people are necessarily going to expect from this kind of mute brute.
Right. But it's, like I said, oh, it was so sad. I felt for him. And, it's a lot to play roles where you don't have a lot to say. And
Yeah,
it's usually very hard for people to get that across. You did well. I
thank
mean, you
you.
got the point, and you, like I said, you feel for the dude. And I mean, it really was a great choice. How did you get involved with the film?
So Christy and I have the same manager, and Chrissy Fox, and so he had been trying to connect us for a little while, and had kind of told both of us, you guys are going to love each other, and you've such similar taste and sensibility in film. And so we did meet, and we did immediately kind of hit it off and become friends. And I was looking, I'd been looking to getting into producing, and we talked about it. I talked about it with her a lot, and it just when the you know when they said, okay, we have this new script, why don't you read it and see if you want to get involved? That was, I think, kind of the opportunity I'd been waiting for a while. I'd been really wanting to be creating content for a while now. So, I loved the script. I had seen Spider's work as a director at Allegoria and really enjoyed that film. And that was pretty much it. It signed on and got to work.
Well, that's awesome. Are you excited about it coming out? I mean, is it kind of a nervous feeling, or are you pumped?
I think at this point, I'm pretty excited and pumped. We we started working on this, over a year ago in pre-production, and so it's felt like a labor of love for a while now. I think we're all looking forward to handing this off to the public and starting work on something new. But it's okay. I've got yeah, so it's really, it's kind of an excited feeling. I think audiences are going to love this. I mean, I think this is just a really fun horror film with it's super exciting, suspenseful. I think it's a lot of fun, and so I'm excited for people to see it.
Oh, I think they're going to enjoy it. I really do. And speaking of kind of brutal films, when you were in Cult, that scene with the saw, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was tough. That was a hard thing to do, I'll tell you. That was yeah, that was tough. But I mean, it turned out great, and I had such an amazing time, getting to work with Evan throughout Cult. I mean, he's just such an amazing actor, and so yeah, I loved working on that. But that's a hard scene. You don't. It's not something you can really draw on from life. So
Right. Yeah, I would hope not.
yeah, you hope not, exactly.
That's awesome. I want to ask you kind of a personal question. If you don't want to answer it, that's fine. I understand. What's it like being a trans actor these days?
So I would like to see more roles out there for trans actors. I'd also like to see, Hollywood starting to cast trans actors, just playing regular parts. That's pretty much what I've done throughout my career. The only trans character that I've ever played was when I did Curb Your Enthusiasm. And again, for me, like, I consider myself a character actor. I want to play parts as far away from myself as possible. I don't want to, play myself in things. So yeah, I'm hoping that, I mean, horror has been a place where I feel like I've found a group, a niche where it's not an issue me being an actor who's trans. But I think in mainstream Hollywood, it's still I think there's still a thought of why would I cast this person? This isn't a trans part. So I'm hoping that will start to change.
Aren't we all? I mean, it's ridiculous. All the laws and everything going on right now are just insane.
Yeah.
And people are just people,
Absolutely.
With the situation with the laws, what would it have done if you were transitioning during this time? How do you think it would have affected you?
I think I would have. I mean, as it was, it took me about almost 10 years of knowing that I was trans before I actually transitioned. I mean, it's incredibly difficult thing to do. It's scary. You know that people don't understand you, and to have to go through that now when things are so bad for trans people, it would be really difficult. It would be really scary. And you know, I've worked with trans youth for about 10 years, and you know, the fear that those kids are going through, and it's all really, it's really unfortunate, and I hope that people come to their senses, you know, soon, and stop using, you know, trans people or drag queens or whatever as scapegoats. We have issues in this country, but we're not one of them.
I agree with you completely. Like I said, I think they're ridiculous and people are stupid, but you know, that's just my opinion.
Well, I appreciate it.
But anyway, back on track, you have
Mhm.
several films that are coming out soon.
What? You have another film coming out sometime this year called The Bellkeeper, which is also a horror film.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
yeah, and I'm really looking forward to that coming out. It was a very fun film to make, and in that one, I play a character that's a little bit more comic relief in it, so which was fun.
Can you
And
tell me anything about what it's about?
sure, it's okay, boy. How do I? Okay, so it's about a group of, like, you know, young people, 20s, people in their 20s. They decide that they're gonna shoot like a docu-series on different, and go to places where there are different, you know, urban legends of horror stuff happening, right? And so the first place they come to is this very small, um, uh, like camping park, right? And there's this legend there that there's a bell. There's this bell that was from, you know, when the town was the original church bell. And there's this, you know, rumor that if you ring this bell, this guy Hank is going to come, you know, and kill you. And so that's kind of the premise. And then the kids come, and of course, they ring the bell, and you find out exactly what really happens when they do that. And so it should be a lot of fun. There's a lot of action in it. Um, you know, a lot of stunts. We Randy Couture is one of the stars in it, who, you know, comes from mixed martial arts world. And so yeah, I know that there's going to be some incredible fight scenes and stunts and stuff like that. And it's a really fun movie. So I
I would
think people like it.
I will definitely have to keep an eye out for that because
Yeah.
that does sound pretty fun. And you know, it's great that you get, you know, you're working on so much right now, but are you ever going to write another book?
Probably no. I might at some point. You know, there's been kind of a little talk about perhaps reissuing the last book I wrote with a new intro to kind of update it. So that could be a possibility. But I don't, you know, it took me a long time to get to the place, you know, in my career as an actor. And that's really what I've always wanted to do. So, you know, I don't think there's going to be a lot of things distracting me from that.
Right. Well, you know, you could do a book about acting.
I could, but there's probably, you know, there are probably people that are better qualified to write a book about acting for actors than
You
me.
never know. You know, you never know.
Yeah.
Um, all right. All right. If you had to describe Bury the Bride in 3 words, what would it be? Did the screen freeze?
I think he did. I think he did.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I can cut it off there if that's what you want.
His screen did freeze. Yeah, we're out of, unfortunately, I'm out of time. I'm sorry, Kelly.
Oh, that's fine. No problems.
Oh, here he
One quick
comes. He's coming back. Or not.
Okay.
Or not. Technology.
Yeah. Sorry, it just dropped.
No
Yeah.
worries.
Can you
No,
hear me? Annie?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can't.
Annie?
See you. We can hear you. We can't see you. Kelly, any other questions? Just email me and I'll get them for you.
I got you. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
Annie, can you hear me?
I
Oh,
can
yes,
hear
thank
you.
you
We
so
still
much,
can't
Chaz.
see you.
Thank you, Chaz. It was a pleasure.